Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I have been getting a lot of good scenarios lately. A lot. I've gotten 300 emails so far, more or less, as they keep increasing every day. And over the last couple of days I've been doing a bit of screening and I have gotten a few really good scenarios. This is one of them. And it is about an Italian group exercising with the Japanese, at which point the Japanese suddenly decide to betray them. I did it on stream, so it's going to be a compilation of this intro and the video that was recorded during the stream. In case you want to catch one of those, it is Wednesday evenings, at least evening for me, 8 p.m. Central European time, which works out to about, I think, 2 p.m. East Coast. And with that, I believe it's 11 a.m. West Coast, something to that extent. Now, it is going to be a very interesting scenario because for the first 10 minutes I am not allowed to fire at all. And that's going to cost me some ships. Enjoy. Let me run you through the scenario. The scenario is done by Jason. Its title is Pacific Exercise Sneak Attack. Italy has been invited to participate in naval exercises with the Japanese fleet. While regrouping for a debrief of the exercise, Japan has the perfect advantage to launch a surprise attack and eliminate Italian influence in the Pacific for good. Since all weapons were saved for the exercise, and this means that the weapons were turned off of sorts, like you're going to have to do quite a few actions in order to get those things working again. Since all weapons were saved for the exercise and they are considered allies, they, the Japanese, you must wait 10 minutes of gameplay before you can fire the first retaliatory shots, while waiting for permission from the Italian Ministry of Defense to sink the entire fleet and load all weapons with live ammo. In this case, maybe 25,000 meters is a bit too rich. The thing is that in the scenario it says the starting range is 2,500. But I can either have 2,000 or 3,000 or 25,000. There is no 2,500. In this case, if the Japanese did launch a sneak attack, I'd say they might be doing that from about 10 clicks out, something to that extent. Now, there is a point system. It's in two parts. For every ship lost during the waiting period, so where I cannot shoot, you lose 10 points. After the waiting period, gain 10 points for every enemy ship sunk. A score of over 50 points wins the scenario. I am designing the battleship with a maximum displacement of 80,000 tons. The scenario apparently is designed to help learn fleet management. Expect massive torpedo waves while in 10 minutes of defensive fleet maneuvering. Must pause immediately upon game load and save all weapons in your fleet for the first 10 minutes. Each ship must remain in a formation of your choosing. No detaching of the same type ships allowed. Whoa. Line abreast formations will minimize torpedo damage across multiple ships. Once you are cleared to fire, tight formations give a 5% accuracy increase. Interesting. This is going to be a really interesting one. Okay. Let me design the ship. Now, I'm recording this on the stream, which means that you can actually have a ship named after you. And this ship is supposed to be named after one of the people who's watching, and that's a Finn guy. Now, I need to do a maximum of 80,000 tons. A maximum of 80,000 tons. Good luck with that. The best I can do is 65. Interesting. I thought I could do a bit more than that. At least I'm living up to the rule of one battleship under 80,000 tons. At least that's working all right. Let's see. Speed. It's not going to be particularly required for battleship. We are on exercises from Italy with the Japanese, so let's say we have exceptionally long range. Many bulkheads, no maximum. We're powering around on diesel 2 engines with oil. I always go for forced draft boilers because it's just a lot more funnel capacity, and funnel capacity is usually an asset that you don't have much of. You don't have that many spaces for it. This one gives you more funnel capacity, or well, slightly less, But it's just not as good. The funnels are less heavy at only 22%. Let's try this. Let's see if I can make that work. Aux 2 and shaft 2. Group 4. Triple hull. Anti-torpedo blister 3. Barbettes 3. Reinforced bulkheads. Anti-flooding 2. And citadel all or nothing. I want electro-hydraulic turrets. And I want semi-automatic gun reload. Now, radar. It is 1935-ish, I think. So let's say that the radar is generation 1. Advanced radio, hydro, and rangefinder. Arguably a battleship would normally fight at long range, which would mean a stereoscopic rangefinder is probably more to the liking. It fits better. Now, scenario, tower. I don't think I've actually seen this tower before, because I haven't done that many Italian scenarios. Secondary tower. Big thing. Really big thing. Can I more or less put these? No. Okay. Where do I fit the funnels then? There. Haha. Right. Are you for real? Can I not actually put any kind of funnel on either the secondary tower or the main? Because that is going to be really tricky. It's going to mean a severe limitation on how much I can put down funnel-wise. Probably only one. Because I cannot move the secondary tower farther back. And I don't want to move the main tower further forward because I can't. So it's going to be very problematic with this one funnel. If I go to forced boilers, 84%. Maybe that's going to be a little better. Okay, armament. I do have the huge superimpose, so that means I also get access to 18-inch guns. What would be a good build for an Italian battleship, 1935? Let's go for 16-inch guns. I think those don't quite fit on one of those, but I'm willing to try. Yes, they do fit. Okay, let's go for a triple and a dual. Going for a 10-barrel battleship. Now let's see if I can... Yes, there's another one that fits. Excellent. And we can turn that one there. And this one here. Oh, hold on. You're supposed to be a dual, not a triple. So you're going to sit right there. For weight offset, 13%. Okay. I need to balance that out, because 13% is a bit more than I'm willing to live with. Oh. Unfortunately, I do not believe that I can put that thing much further backwards. No, you're supposed to be a triple. Central line, 16, triple. There. That won't move. This can't move. This is 16 base accuracy, this is 14. This might be slightly better. Doing it like this. It's going to reduce the 4 weight offset a bit. There, 4 weight, 1.5. Now, if I can, I want to put a big secondary on there. Preferably an 8-inch. Or another dual. No, that's too big. What if I put a 9-inch triple on there? I know it's a bit weird. And it is considered a main gun, but it fires faster. If I get a ship that's coming in close, then I can have this 9-inch firing a lot faster at 18.1-inch reload than these things at 52.6. Unfortunately, I cannot separately target it. That's a trade-off. What if I put 8-inch on there and just try to surround it with another few 8-inch? So there would be one there. Like that. That would give me ample protection against enemy cruisers. Now, what else can I put on all of this real estate here? 5-inch guns. Can we go bigger? No. 5-inch guns is the biggest that it can fit. Triple. Ooh, hold on. Can I use those secondary barbettes? I can. Oh. I've always wanted to try those, and I never quite got around to getting a ship that fits those. No, I really like these things, actually. Tall barbettes for secondaries. No, that doesn't fit. Small then standards. Here and here. That could be a very interesting setup. You can even put 8-inch guns on that? Do they rotate? Because they seem to be pretty much fused to the main tower. Oh, no, it's not that bad. Wow. I like it. I'd say it might make the ship a bit super or a bit top heavy, but aside from that, I think it looks nice. Could I still put the smaller barbettes relatively close? No. Not quite. For some reason you can't put them there? Hold on. %. Oh, sorry. 60% engine efficiency. It doesn't fit. Really? That's too close to the funnel. That sucks. I would love to have one of those things that sort of surrounds the whole situation. Can I still move the main tower? I can. Oh, hold on. 4 weight offset's gonna go pretty poorly, probably. Yeah, sure. Right in the main tower. 4 weight offset's pretty bad. There's not much that I can do to counteract that, because the aft weight offset's already... Yeah. This thing's already squeezed in as close to that part as it can possibly be. So if I cannot make the front heavier, or lighter, maybe I can make the stern heavier. Wow, that actually fits? And that super fires over an 8-inch? Nice. Now, supposedly I can put smaller guns in the main. No. I can put them here, though. But that's it. This main tower does not have any room for small 2-inch or similarly sized guns. No, that doesn't work. Engine efficiency only 60%. Can I make that slightly better? No, it's going to interfere with that. No, is it? Yeah, it is. Fine. I definitely just want that thing over there. I think that looks way too nice to pass up. Oh, come on. This thing is going to be a menace to cruisers. But there is one thing I'm worried about. And that's that this ship is going to get sunk in the first few minutes of the battle. Simply because I'm not allowed to fire back. And when I'm not allowed to fire back, and this thing starts receiving torpedo fire, well, good luck. That's going to be pretty risky. Look at that. Give me the summary. 3 16-inch guns, 2 16-inch guns, 6 triple 8-inch guns, 11 triple 5-inch guns, and and 2 triple 2-inch guns. It feels like I have quite a lot of real estate sitting around here. But I'm not sure if a torpedo survives the drop from over there. If only you could rotate the funnels. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? I still have all this weight. What am I going to do with that? A lot of displacement left. Let me just reduce the displacement to make the ship turn a bit faster. I could also make this a very fast ship. Oh, that fits. That no longer fits. Go to 60,500. So, an Italian... Well, at least my impression of the Italians, and I'm probably quite wrong about this. They like fast things, but not things which are particularly properly armored. So I could try making a very fast Italian battleship. And I will have to properly armor up the secondaries, because those, especially in this ship, are pretty damn important. Yeah, let's make that 9-inch, effectively 18-inch, or more actually. Put a bit more on the conning tower. Okay, how fast could I make this? 29, 30, 32, 33, 60. Oh, sorry. That's displacement. No way. I can do 35 knots with that ship, and I can still tack on more armor. Impressive. There is one thing that I still need to change, and that's the propellant. Let's go for 2 powder. The reason is I usually go for high TNT, but I think 2 powder with 10% more shell penetration is going to be very handy to deal with all of those cruisers and destroyers, and that these 8-inch could actually pose quite a threat at this range. Now, anything else I've forgotten? I can go to sonar 2. And I think that's about it. I cannot really get rid of that 4 weight offset. Simply because I cannot shift this turret farther backwards. Which I think really sucks. I mean, it's not that hard. Or arguably shouldn't be. Oh, come on. Sit down on your barbette. Right. Armor. Can we go to 10-inch? Yes. Okay, I think the Italian battleship Finguy is ready for it. Let's take her out to a fight. Where all of those guns, for the first 10 minutes, will not fire. Oh, that's... feels bad, man. I want those guns to fire. I want all of them to fire. SI, barbette, average, whatever. Stop! We're not allowed to shoot yet. Alright, everybody, weapons disabled. Secondaries disabled. The Andrea Doria group. Weapons disabled. Torpedoes disabled. Destroyer group. Oh, this is sad. I want to see all these guns fire. Yes, auto, off, no torpedoes. We still haven't gotten permission from the Ministry of Defense to actually return fire against these treacherous Japanese units who are getting just a lot of free shots at my ship. Ooh, it's a lot of guns. It's a really long battleship. Must have a lot of displacement. Now, let's see. The scenario prescribed that initially it's about fleet management. And I agree with that statement. It is going to be about fleet management. Each ship must remain in a formation of your choosing. No detaching of the same ship type allowed. So that means that I will not be able to do much against the destroyers. Well, at least not against the torpedoes, short of running away. Fortunately, the torpedo launcher is in the stern, which means that they're going to have to turn pretty far sideways in order to get those things to open up. Alright, the clock starts. We have 10 minutes to get out of Dodge. Yeah, well, no. See, I want to keep them on screen, but I have no idea what they're going to do. Yes, they are set to screen, but usually screening means that you have to follow the main ship and defend the main ship. Why does there have to be a helicopter at this point? The year is 1935. There are no helicopters here. Maybe that's a, I don't know, a Lynx AH-7 coming to drop off some ATGMs. Or ASMs in this case. Let's speed this up. You have to maintain some sort of formation. I would if I could. Come on. Look at these guys all... They drive like Italians too. Jesus. When I was in in Italy for a vacation a couple of years ago, it's an interesting experience to drive in Italy. Because it seems like the Italians, they take traffic rules more as suggestions than as rules. At least that was my experience. So we were approaching a roundabout, and normally over here when you approach a roundabout, you're not supposed to move on to the roundabout unless you are, unless you have the right of way. So people on the roundabout have right of way, and once the roundabout's clear, then you're allowed to go. Well, about that. That helo is now starting to circle. Lovely. So what happened in Italy was I was moving on a roundabout, and all of a sudden this this Italian car just went high. This is my roundabout now, and it just, well, it didn't quite cut me off, but that was quite quite the educational experience about how to drive / not drive in Italy. And look at this. What are you all doing? Augusto Ribotti, Guglielmo Pepe, Zefiro, Andrea Doria, Capitana, Ancona Stromboli. Jesus, that's a long name for a DD. Generale Carlo Montanari and Generale Marcello Prestinari. I'll give you one thing for these DDs. It's like the saying that says, I don't know what I'm doing, so how can the enemy know what I'm doing? And I'm not actually giving these ships orders still, other than just screen. And I have to... I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to set smoke screens or not. But seriously, when you get a shot at 4 kilometers by a cruiser, is that not enough indication that maybe you should do something else? You should start turning back and start shooting. There goes the Generale. There was the Prestinari. So the Montanari is going to be soon to follow. And the DDs are already getting torpedoes off. Against the light cruiser, no less. These are 21-inch torpedoes. They run fast, but they're very visible. Stromboli, follow. Heavy cruisers, follow. This is still technically doing a destroy or doing a formation. In 3.5 minutes, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to murder every one of these ships. Turn starboard. I'll tell you this for the Italians. They had some of the best food I've ever had there. They had some of the best food. And we were staying in a hotel that was run by a family, like I suppose many hotels are. But the mother of the family was, or I'm not sure if it was the mother of the family, but she also cooked in the restaurant. Fantastic food there. And at some point, one of the days there, she made deer. But they spoke only some English. And they were talking to, I don't know, a French family maybe, or a German family of sorts, maybe British, I don't know. At least they weren't Italian. And what what happened was that the lady, and I think the grandmother of the family as well, I think they were cooking together. They made deer, so they were moving around with this trolley, and they were handing out the deer. So they were serving you on your plate right there. And, Jesus... The mother was explaining what it was that it was, or the grandmother was explaining what she had made. So yeah, it was a Dutch family. She said deer, and they didn't understand. So they said ert, and hert is the Dutch word for deer. And the kids still didn't understand. So she said Bambi. We couldn't we couldn't put food in our mouths for the next few minutes because we were laughing too hard. Yeah, you just ate Bambi. Oh, thank God. I'm finally allowed to return fire. All ships. Sink these treacherous Italian bastards. You just ate Bambi. I wonder how well those kids have been sleeping that night. So I imagine that might have been somewhat of a somewhat of a shock, shall we say. Better Bambi than Pluto. Yeah, that's a fair point. So I've already lost 2 destroyers and a light cruiser. That's 30 points in the negative. There is a point system. For every ship you lose 10 points. After the waiting period, gain 10 points for every enemy ship sunk. Score over 50 points to win the scenario. Understood. Looks like at least we got our torpedoes away. Zafiro. Oh shit. After the scenario, once cleared to fire, tight formations give a 5% accuracy bonus. Yeah, that's nice, but I also seem to have a small torpedo problem. There goes another destroyer. That's 4 ships down. I'm down 40 points. I'm used to gaining points on scenarios, not losing them. Let's see, what does the host show have? 10-inch guns and a 35,000 ton displacement. Heavy cruiser Tone, 9-inch guns, destroyers. They have plenty of those. We got the Kitakami over here with just 6. Is that a single turret? That's a single turret. Single gun for 5 turrets. Curious setup. Reloads really quickly, but it just doesn't put out a whole lot of fire. Alright, aggressive. Whenever you think you might hit something, just shoot at it. I think this is a very interesting design with those very high... Look at that. With those very, very tall secondaries. That's a salute for you right there. Oh shit, my heavy cruiser aren't firing yet. Nor are the lights. Yeah, no wonder I'm not doing any kind of damage. I got too caught up by Bambi, I think. Augusto. Your torpedo range is 10 and 10. Target, light cruiser, Kitakami. Fire when ready. Set a smoke screen. Torpedoes out. Zafiro, also gonna launch. Light cruiser, finally getting some hits. We've done 2 damage. They've done 7,400. We have some catching up to do. I'm targeting a heavy cruiser, so that must be the Tone. That's the only heavy cruiser that they have. Oh! That was an 8-inch hit on the Kiri. Yep, 587 damage. Beautiful. We're going to show these Japanese just exactly why you shouldn't surprise attack the Italian Navy. And not just because it's dishonorable. You guys are doing 38 knots. That's pretty quick. I want you to slow down to 29 knots. Capitana. Look at that. Torps, torps, torps. And look at them run. Deservedly. Stromboli. How about you rejoin formation with the battleship? I need you back on Fengai. Unfortunately, it seems like nobody cares much about the torpedoes. Maybe the Shikinami? If she makes a mistake. But that's really the only thing. Now I want to try and get the torpedoes from the DDs to be launched from this direction. So that the torpedoes are going to travel in that direction. And then the ships will either be hit or forced to turn. And hopefully turn towards the battleship. That's the objective anyway. You guys can only do 31 knots. Alright. Oh, Stromboli set a smoke screen and get out of here. First you're going to have to fall back and then you can fall back in line. Let's put this on a tight formation. Give me the secondaries on the light cruiser. There are a lot of them. Oh, yeah, there we go. One got hit. Shikinami. Hit by one torpedo. We've got a collision going on here. That's a kill, maybe? Come on, Shikinami. She's doing everything she can to stay afloat. 6%, 8%, she's going back up. Now, the light cruisers are not armed with torpedoes. They're just armed with 6-inch single barrels. So it's not really a threat. Especially a lack of torpedoes makes them pretty harmless. I mean, sure, 6-inch can hurt, but how bad, really? It can pen 14 inches of armor at 2,500 meters. But we're not at 2,500 meters, and I have a lot more armor. Still, though, maybe not exactly punch right into them. Secondaries on the Kuma. Because I don't think I can hit the destroyers yet. Are you numbnuts ramming into each other again? Yeah, I think that was two destroyers exchanging some paint. Whoa! How did that happen? Torpedo hit for 2195 damage. This battle would have gone very different if I would have just been allowed to open fire. So I'm, what, I'm up 10 points, but I'm down 50. Lovely. Now, let's see if we can actually hit the Kuma with that large amount of 8-inch. But so far, nothing. The torpedo screen over here is pushing them back. Did that come out of the heavies? Yeah, it did. Capitana and Andrea Doria. I still haven't hit that ship once. Oh, there you go. I'm down 40 points. After killing off a light cruiser. All guns on the Hashidate. Even the 5-inch guns are now pitching in. Look at that. The whole deck is packed with guns. And he'd make some noise too. Which is what most Italians do, or at least their engines. Oh, there you go. Kitakami. I'm down 30 points, and it looks like it's not the end. Because this destroyer might get unlucky and also eat a torpedo. Strike. Good. Now we're mopping them up. The next torpedo screen is already on the way. Doesn't look too great, though. The CAs have 140 torpedoes? Yeah. So they went with maximum torpedoes then. Increased ammo for torps, yep. Impressive. Shikanami is... She got hit, but she didn't sink? Impressive. Hashidate, however, doesn't look to be too happy after getting hit by a torpedo from the heavy cruiser. Should be finished off. Now, I want the DDs to keep going. Let's just power through. Flank speed ahead. Bingo. Torpedo hit. That was what I'm looking for. Against the Oi. Oi, what'd you do that for? Well, because you opened fire, idiots. Shouldn't have done that. Not against a battleship like Finn guy. Because she eats light cruisers for breakfast and destroyers for lunch. Accuracy on the mains and the secondaries is dreadful. I'm only 8.5 clicks out. How bad could it be? Move in. Let's see, by my count I'm up 30 points now. I think I sunk 3 ships, but I've still lost 50... yeah, I lost 50 points. I lost 5 ships. So I still have a lot to catch up on. One damage on the Hashidate? Oh, from a 5-inch. Yeah, that would probably do it. Hold on, they're all running that way. How far are you relative to the battleship? 17 clicks, Jesus. Maybe I need to turn the Finn guy around to starboard and get a little closer to this whole group. I got my heavy cruisers in tow. They can still do a decent amount of damage with their 8-inch. Good shot. Fire on the Hashidate. Don't worry, I'll sink the Japanese fishing boats. Yeah. Don't tell the Russians that there's fishing boats nearby. Especially if Kamchatka's around. Kamchatka has a bit of a peculiar history with fishing boats, shall we say. Her encounters with fishing boats were not blessed by proper identification, that's for sure. Wow, these guys are both so low health. Accuracy is now actually going up. Good. I think dealing with that battleship over there should be no problem at all. Fire on the DD? Oh, a secondary from the heavy cruiser. Okay. Good. Unexpected, but I welcome it. Good. Damage on the Hashidate again. And the DDs are behind the light cruisers, so they don't dare to fire. Even if they do, I think I can spot them pretty far away. Because they went with fast torps. 62.5, 30% visibility. And stack that with the rest of my units. The rest of my, what was it, Sonar 2. Alright, that's another point scored. So another DD dead. So I'm now down to 10 points. Main guns targeting Hashidate, secondaries on the Oi. 8-inch, 23% chance to hit. And that's not just a few of them. That's a lot of 8-inch guns. Ship's getting damaged left, right, and center. She is desperately fighting back with 2-inch guns, but good luck. Oh, sorry, 6-inch guns. Her range is 3.5 kilometers. She can hope to pen about 12 inches of armor. But I have double that. So this light cruiser is pretty cooked. Did the Hashidate just bounce that? I like it how this battleship, the Finn guy, can just push in and not care about anything. Torpedoes will get detected, if they're still operational, that is. The heavy cruisers are also escorting and making sure that anything that gets too close gets wiped out. And any torpedoes will get detected early on. The destroyers nor the light cruisers are a threat, only the battleship. But 10-inch guns? That range? 10 clicks. And 8-inch casemates with white powder. Meh. Okay, there goes Hashidate. So I'm now neutral. I scored 5 and I lost 5. TDs. We're going to continue encircling, although by the time that you get to position, there might not be that much left to encircle. We're firing our mains at a destroyer? And we're still having a, yeah, 3% chance to hit-ish. We still have the heavy cruisers with their torpedoes. 19-inch, 48 knots. Not particularly quick, but numerous. Because I think they got multiple launchers on there. Holy shit, do they have multiple launchers. No wonder they carry all this ammo. That's 15 torpedo tubes per side. What the... It's like, in case you really want something dead, you launch 15 torpedoes at it. Look at that. That's an impressive design. Especially coming from the AI. Now, it looks like the Oi might actually sink. She's slowly starting to get overwhelmed. DDs are only 4.5 clicks out from their DDs, which have sonar 1. However, they're not very good at maneuvering in their current state. Torpedo if you think you can. And otherwise just gun them down. Oh, you did launch torpedoes against the battleship. Fin guy, come to port. There they are. I'm gonna need a bit more than that, buddy. Then again, 60,000 tons. A turning circle of 1,300 meters. She takes a while. There we go. I'm up 20 points. Now, let's take out the Tone. This is gonna be tight. Even if I slow down, I won't be able to do that in time. Slow. We're good. Okay. You're good, but how about my cruisers? I'm not allowed to detach from the division, but I am allowed to turn. I don't want the Capitana and the Andrea Doria to get hit by this. And I do want them to start launching torpedoes. Starboard side. Torpedoes away. Look at that. That's not a torpedo launch, that's a bouquet. Maintain pursuit of the Fin guy, because now you're good. Excellent. DDs? Oh, shit! I was so preoccupied with dodging one spread that I got hit by another. Have you guys launched your torpedoes yet? You haven't. Fine, then don't. Move over there. I kind of want to hand them off to the AI, but at the same time I don't trust the AI with my life, let alone with a destroyer. So I'm not going to do that. Turn, 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 turn. This is going to be really risky. Oh, it's going to hit. Right on the nose. Shit, and there's another salvo. Could you guys cut it out? Because this is getting a bit annoying. And I cannot keep up with these turns. Heavy cruisers are working over the Tone, supposedly. Secondaries on the DD. Fin guy dodging again, hard to port. Big salvo, starboard side on the Tone. And it all missed. Okay, it all missed. Our torpedoes are moving in a beautiful spread. And there's another one. Andrea Doria says hi. And more torpedoes. Maintain turn. Augusto. This ship doesn't even fire. Set to aggressive. Open up. Even if you don't think it's going to hit, open up. Back to starboard. These guys are very weak, like low hit points, but they're definitely still kicking. And I'm trying to hit the most healthy guy. That's my mistake. 8-inch, 5-inch, 2-inch, everything. Main guns are still targeting the cruiser. Ishi's not reloaded yet. Shirayuki is not reloaded yet either, and the Kiri is getting close to being reloaded. All ahead standard. There you go. A bit of damage on the Kiri, which appears to be dead in the water. Yep, she's doing 0 speed. Too much engine damage, I suppose. Or no orders to move anyway. Good night, Shirayuki. She's done for. Good. All secondaries target the Hishi. Range, point blank, 800 meters out. Look at them all turn. I hope I can keep up with that turn. Because that DD is speeding away from me. Heavy cruisers, target the Hishi. Everything you have. DDs? Thank you. That's the Kiri gun. Hard starboard. Nothing yet? Nope, we're still building accuracy. Bingo, fire. I'm at 40 points right now. DDs, maintain your course. I hope that the Hishi doesn't reload in time, otherwise I might have a problem. As I'll get torpedoed right in front of the Capitana. Capitana is now at 300 meters. Capitana, everything you have, please, and that includes all of your 8-inch. I need guns on target. What? You missed? There. 659 damage. These are great cruisers. I got lucky with the AI design for that. Their accuracy does leave something to be desired. Even with a stereoscopic rangefinder at the highest tier. She just refuses to sink. Oh, she didn't. Might that have something to do with the torpedoes, I wonder? Oh yeah. Torpedo hit. 131, 116. But also, she's been damaging me. Mostly against the heavy cruisers. And against the destroyers. Probably early in the battle. What killed her was 3 floodings. She flooded out. Yeah, she flooded out. Okay. That's another worry removed. Now it's just 2 more ships. Oh shit. That's going to be really annoying for the Capitana. She's gonna eat 1. And torpedo 4. So she'll probably live. Anti-flood 3. The flooding is not that bad, but the structural integrity is pretty compromised. Alright, let's go take down a heavy cruiser. Destroyers, get ready. Torpedo run incoming. Mine this time. Oh shit, the Finn guy might actually get torped. Get her out of here. There she goes. This torpedo's gonna hit. Again, I didn't look deep. I did see the torpedo go for the Capitana, but not whatever was behind the Capitana. Fortunately, this ship is very, very capable of defeating, or well, not defeating torpedoes, but standing up against torpedoes. Range against the destroyer, or against the heavy cruiser, 6.2. By my count, I'm now at 40 points. Shit, there's more torpedoes. Target, battleship. That was the last salvo from that ship. Cut that out. She seems deep in the water, but with a whole flooded bow, I'm not surprised. She's just not shooting back. Torpedoes. No. Electro-hydraulic turrets, so they should be pretty capable of keeping up with the turn. Andrea Doria is now working with everything she has to take this thing down. Oh shit, you launched torpedoes at it? Well, that might be slightly aggressive. I mean, maybe it would have worked. But who knows? I think it's a very aggressive move, launching torpedoes like that. Alright, let's go for a torpedo run against the Tone, which has sonar 2. That's going to be pretty difficult to hit. Capitana is still trying to maintain formation, but the Finn guy is also coming in and cannot quite turn in time. I know I gave the Italian shit before by driving like Italians, but this was my mistake. At least ramming your own ship doesn't cost you any damage. That's a comfort. Range 2.4. Starboard turn. Torpedoes when ready. 2.1 clicks. Augusto. Oh god, they're slow torpedo tubes. Turn! 1.8. Turn! Thank you. Torpedoes away. Set a smoke screen. Turn back hard. That should at least land 1 or 2 torpedoes on the heavy cruiser, which will slow her down and make her easier to hit, especially for a Finn guy. Especially for the battleship. You have to be kidding. Whoa! Did you see that? Right there. That must have passed right underneath her rudder. If that. I'm not even mad. That was a fantastic turn by the Tone. Pretty small turning circle. But she's doing a good amount of speed. 34.6 and you're able to pull off a turn like that? Auxiliary force, shaft 2. That would explain it. Now, can we please kill this ship? I don't care if we do it slowly or if we do it quickly with a few hits, but she has to go. I believe that the starboard torpedo launchers on the Andrea Doria are still ready. We've seen that she can respond to threats in the form of 4s and 3s, but how can she respond to very, very short range torpedoes from the Andrea Doria? Get ready. Starboard torpedoes. Any day now. Although today would be really nice. Come on, your starboard torpedo set is ready. It has to be. Because you only launched the port flank. Range, 400 meters. Try to dodge that. Yep, there we go. That's the last gift from the Andrea Doria. I believe, as they say in Italian, ciao bella. You ever seen a ship get hit by 15 torpedoes and just casually flood? And that is one feisty Italian lady right there. Have we done any damage with the battleship against that cruiser? Yeah. Some. But not with the main armament. Oh yeah, once. Stern belt extended, overpen for 107. Oh, I even hit my own ship? 4214. Battleship 8-inch hits heavy cruiser. There she goes. Right. So that's the scenario completed. And judging by Jason's points, I had 5 ships remain. I had 5 ships remain. I started with 10, so that's down 50 points. Down 40 points, down 30 points. And then I end up with another 80. So that's plus 50 points for me for this scenario. Very interesting, the way that he created this backstory that says this is a surprise attack by the Japanese after completing a naval exercise. And since the weapons were saved, you cannot try and fire at the enemy. It just won't work. Or at least not for the first 10 minutes. So in the first 10 minutes I lost most of my ships, and the rest of the time I did quite alright. Anyway, Jason, excellent scenario. Really enjoyed playing that. Thank you.